Here I come on a full power low path. Oh, almost hit the fence. That would have been a disaster. Okay, hello and welcome back to Motion RC, here with a flight review on the 6S F4 Phantom. Now, I'm at a show right now in the UK, but I've got all the models laid out in front of me, so it's a good opportunity, because I didn't really have time when I was at the field in the up-and-coming flight footage to talk a little more about the details of my F4 and a few little bits and pieces I've done to it, and then we will go into the flight review down at our club in Hoofddorp in the Netherlands. So this is my F4. It's the green one, the green in the Vietnam scheme. This is the 6S version. What you can really see here, if I can just try and get an impression for you, first thing that strikes you is just how well these LEDs stand out. Second thing that strikes you is just how pretty of a model it is. It's an older EDF now, but it's still very, very well finished. The foam on this is pretty much second to none. Really nice panel detailing throughout. You do get a choice of stickers or decals, waterslide decals included with the model, and it's up to you to apply those in the scheme of your choice. It's got a very unique tail system. There's a single servo driving the two elevator halves, which actually is very ingenious. It works very, very well. This is the out-of-the-box cockpit detail. That's how it comes. You pull out the box, there it is. You've got a pilot, you've got cockpit details, you've got ejector seat detail. All looks very, very nice. And I'm going to turn it over in a second and show you the underside. Now, two things of note on this F4. In this video, it is about flying this 6S F4. First of all, off of grass. Not grass quite like this, but off of grass nonetheless. Now, this is the 5100, the Carbon 5100. Note here the position of the battery. I've moved it a little further back than the recommendation because it's a heavier pack. But with this heavier pack, I get longer flight times and that much more performance because these are higher seat packs. So I'm getting around 3.5 minutes on this 5100, and with that little extra C on 6S, it really copes very, very well, as you'll see in the flight review. This is the standard configuration. You've got the control board in there, you've got a UBEC in there, this is my receiver on the side, and like I said, that 6S pack fits very nicely there. I'm going to turn it over quickly now. We'll talk about the underside. This is the out-of-the-box oleo details and the LEDs all pre-wired. Very, very nice indeed. These are scissor-type springs on the rear, and then there's an oleo on the nose. I made no modification to these at all. Out the box, it seems to work very, very well. You've got the drop tanks that I've added on, and I believe there's also, yes, there's hard mounting points for what are they called? Sidewinder missiles, because of course this was a air superiority fighter during the Vietnam War. So this is the F4. I'm going to now take it out. You'll see us in the flight review. We'll go and fly off of grass with that 5100 battery, and you will see even on 6S how well it copes on those European runways. But before I go, there is one little detail I want to mention now. As we all know, foam models are prone to damage, not necessarily whilst flying, but certainly in the transport of foam models. And what I've done on the F4, I've used that to my advantage. The F4 was used in a very high attrition theatre of conflict, the Vietnam War. These birds always came back with some form of damage. So what I do when I've got a dent in the foam or a scratch in the foam or something like that, I actually use that to my advantage. It's painted white foam, so it will expose white foam, which doesn't look that good. But I found if you take a Sharpie pen, like a silver Sharpie, here I've got some damage on the wing, and I put a silver Sharpie tip just in there very quickly, and whilst it's still wet, I just rub my fingers in the direction of the wind, and that gives this subtle battle damage or weathering effect. I'll give you a few more better shots to show you examples of those. So don't be afraid or don't be annoyed if you have damage to your model after transport, because especially on warbirds like this, with superficial surface damage like that, get a silver Sharpie pen and turn it around, use it to your advantage. Have it, with every trip, become a more and more weathered warbird. That's my final tip for the F4. Now to the flight review. I've got mid flaps on takeoff, and I am about ready to go. Tom, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Let's
take it off. Feed the power in, let it get rolling. Just keep it tracking straight. Then the air itself, my CG as it is now. There's a bird there. How's that looking, Tom?
Great.
I've eased off the throttle now. You really want to throttle manage with this. It's definitely not a Venom in that respect of long flight times and super stable, but if you're sensible with it, you'll have a lot of fun. I'm going to come and do a fast pass now on 6S, full throttle coming in. There we go. So it's not cooking as such, but it's doing very well. Now I'll bring it back around again, and Tom, I'm going to come across us to the center here. I'm going to go full throttle again. Look at that. Nice. There's the vertical. It's pretty good. Whip it around quickly. I'm going to roll out of that, and now I'm going to bring it down. Whoa. Sorry, I lost it there a bit. That's what I mean. Oh, about orientation. Tom, did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a tricky shape in the air for me. It's personal preference, and that scared me a little, but that's me, not the model. All right, bring it around again, and I'm going to go on mid flaps. Remember, I have a little bit of up mixed in. I found that benefited me. And mid flaps, I'm going to do a slow pass. It's a little bit windy. How's that looking?
Great.
Look at that. That looks great. Really good. I'm going to do a fast pass at that altitude, I hope. Let's bring it round. There's the unique profile, and that camera really standing out well against the grass. Rolling there. That's low roll rate. Now I'm still burning at full throttle now. I've cut it back down to half, just to let me ease into the turn. And here I come on a full power low pass. Oh, almost hit the fence. That would have been a disaster. Yeah, so what's the term? Rolling thunder? Is that what they use with the F4? I'm not that up on my Vietnam terminology. It wasn't a war the Brits were involved in. There's another roll. And let's bring it round into a loop now. It does look good, don't you think, Tom?
Yeah, it
and
looks
look how
great.
It stands out against that sky. All right, so you're going to come up full throttle, level, and pull up for a loop. Pull up, plenty of power. Bring it back around, easy on the elevator, and full throttle out. Nice. Yeah, I've got the CG where I want it now, and I'm much happier with this. I had it way too nose heavy before, and it just, now it's grooving. I can see I can really get to like this plane, as I know many of you already do. We of course have the grey one. I'm going to come into land now, gear goes down, but I do like this camo scheme. Now I've got a little bit of up elevator on the flaps. I keep feeding in some power, a little bit of crosswind, and a little bit of waggle there, and flaring, don't bow. There we go. Bring it back to us. We've got enough juice for that. Now, as you saw there on the takeoff, very good on grass. And this is 6S, remember. Taxiing on the grass is fantastic. You saw with the landing there, very good. A little bit of a crosswind, so there's a bit of a wobble. So if you're in the market for a 90mm EDF and you like something that looks different, yes, it's not the trainer that the L39 or the Venom is, but it is interesting and fun to fly. You probably need a little bit more time to get used to it. Well, if you don't, that's great. I did, so this is my personal experience. But you will be rewarded with a fantastic looking jet, very grass capable, and the bags power, even on 6S. So check out the full spec on this model and the grey one below this video, available in the European and the US warehouse. And for this extra flight review, that's it. And Tom, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I'll see you guys next time.